Did you ever meet Africa Bambaataa?
Never met him. Yeah, I never met him. I never met him. I wish, now, he's also a DJ, correct? The thing that I want DJs to understand now who making all this money and don't know how to fucking DJ, can they go back to the days when they used to mix songs? I'm tired of this 90 songs in 50 minutes that you can't give a person a chance to dance. And the one I want to tell everybody, if you DJing anywhere in the world and you see your audience on their iPhones, you're not playing the right songs.
Yep.
Because if they're not dancing, if they're looking at their phones, you're not playing the right music for them to dance. Because if they're dancing, they ain't got time to look at their phones.
Did you hear about the whole Troy Ave incident?
My opinion of Troy Ave, I'm extremely disappointed. I'm extremely disappointed because these young kids, again, this young generation, should have learned something from the days of Tupac, the days of Haitian Jack, the days of people going to jail for no reason when these young kids are in an era now to get this motherfucking money. Because what they don't understand is that you do not want to grow old and be broke. You do not want to become a senior citizen and not have a dollar to your motherfucking name. So if you're in a position to get money, it's about get your money, take care of your family, enjoy the women that you with when you're young, and really have something for old age. And they just don't fucking get it. And so to see him locked up, he beat the murder case because the bullets didn't come back as him killing. But you already know the law here in New York City, mandatory 5 to 6 just to have the gun. And I think he shot some people, so there ain't no telling what other charges he has on there. I hope somehow he can beat it, but even if he doesn't beat it, we know mandatory just to have the gun is 4 to 5. And what's the football player name who had the gun for the Giants?
Burris.
Do you understand how mentally how I'm happy for him that he got out of jail and he's not crazy? To go to jail for shooting yourself? Mentally, that will destroy you. Like how you can tell, when what you locked up for? I shot myself, How much time you get? They gave me 4 years for shooting myself, man.
New York doesn't play around when it comes to those gun laws.
Only person that did well in the gun case I've ever seen was Lil Wayne.
But he got like a year and a half or something like that.
Yeah, but that's good is what I'm saying.
But he didn't shoot the gun. They just found it.
Yeah, but no, it's mandatory. If you have a gun, 4 to 5, you ain't got to shoot it. Mandatory. So for him to get a year was phenomenal because Ja Rule got arrested that same night.
Yeah, he got, I think, maybe 2 years or something.
He got like 2. I think he got a little bit more than 2. Shit.
I remember this one time, the first time I got arrested in New York, it was like over a suspended license. They actually sent me into a group of people that were supposed to go to Rikers. At the last minute, they said,
Man,
this guy's not supposed to be here. And I'm like, what the fuck did I do?
Right,
like,
right.
What did they find on my record? I was downright terrified.
Yeah, and what people don't understand, just like your situation, that could have happened. One other accident, you could have ended up dead over a fucking driver's license, man. Or because somebody didn't like the way you looked, or you tripped and fell on somebody. It's crazy. But look at you now, and that's what it's about.
Yeah, and it's interesting because I walk around, I see older people or people that are older than me, 50s and 60s, and they're working at McDonald's or they're busboys at restaurants, They're helping me with my luggage when I check into a hotel, and it really affects me like, damn.
Yes,
like,
sir.
That could be me had I made different choices for the rest of my life. And to be making $10, $12 an hour when you're 50 or 60 years old, I don't even comprehend.
Yes.
That's life?
See, you understand the way I understand. It's a scary feeling, isn't it?
Yeah.
Because the kind of money that they save a whole week to spend, me and you probably spend that in a day. It's men like us and men who come on this show or any type of social media. We have to take the time to, not to show that we're hating, but just to give true knowledge, to show leadership, to show that there's people who do care, just to stay focused, work hard. Here's the thing, everybody's not gonna be rich. Everybody can't be you, everybody can't be me. But if you stay your ass out of trouble, do the right thing. If anything I can give you, the best gift I can give any man that's listening to this is peace of mind. I want you to have peace of mind because that's the best gift in the world.
Well, I interviewed Russell Simmons a few months ago, and me and him got into this heated argument, debate, on camera. And the basis of the debate was, does money bring you happiness?
I've been homeless before.
How was that?
It sucked.
Like, wow, homeless.
Yeah, it was the worst.
Really, God's watching like this, because if you're a God, you'd be like, oh shit, homeless.
Yes.
Let me try that out. It's just a fucking game, kid. There's nothing they can give you in the world to make you happy or unhappy. Nothing. Your inside, your perception of happiness is all that matters.
I think both of you guys are right. It's like how when people say, how's the traffic in LA? Or the traffic in LA is bad as traffic in New York or vice versa. You know my answer to that is, if you're stuck in that fucking traffic, it's bad. It doesn't matter where you are. And my point is, success is based on mental preparation in life. One of my greatest feelings in the world, V, is to pay my light, gas bill, car note, put my kids to school, put my kids when they want money. That's my success. I may not be sitting on millions and millions of dollars, but to know that I could put money in my kids' account, to know that I'm not late on my bills, to know that I could stay in the same hotels that the Puffies and the Jay-Z's stay in, because you can only spend so much money. You feel me? You can only spend so much. But to know that I got a little of it is a blessing. So my point is, with your situation, having money can buy you happiness depending on your swag and who you are. Because I've never had, and there's been times I never had money, and I still was motherfucking happy. So it depends your environment, your upbringing, and what you're doing. Because if you got money and you catch a case, shit, motherfucker, let me tell you right now, having money is the best thing in your motherfucking life. But catch a case and be broke.
Okay, here's my point. What me and Russell were debating about, and I said, this is in terms of money bringing you happiness. This is how I laid it out. Like, I have a certain amount of money on the side, and I've been saving over the years.
Yes, sir.
Invested it, grew, et cetera, et cetera. The reality of life is that bad things are going to happen to us unexpectedly,
yes, sir.
unforeseen circumstances. And it doesn't matter how well you prepare. Bad things are going to happen.
Yes.
When you don't have a certain amount of money put aside, those occurrences can turn your life catastrophic. And when you have a certain amount of money that you saved, and those things happen, you say, no big deal.
Yes, sir.
It's 10, 20,000 or whatever. Yeah, I don't want to pay it, but it has no real effect
That's
on my
happiness.
life. And that's the thing that brings me happiness. I know that when things happen, I have money put aside to deal with those things, and I keep on trucking.
I love that, because that's how my life is. That's how my life is. To know, and that's what I mean by peace of mind. I've gotten to the point that maybe the last 2 years, I haven't had the unforeseen occurrences, thank God. But you understand what I mean. You understand what I mean?
Right. Because I can tell you when I was homeless, and when I mean homeless, I wasn't in the street. I was sleeping on couches and so forth. And I remember one month I got a $200 phone bill, and my whole life was thrown into chaos because I don't know how I was going to pay that $200 phone bill. I wasn't ready for it. And I just remember how upset I was and how long I was upset trying to figure out how I'm going to pay off that $200 phone bill.
Well, I salute you, my man, because I understand what you mean. It's good to know that you can handle it. It's one of the greatest, or if your children call you for something, and you're like, I got you, don't even worry about it. You can bring peace into their life.
I mean, if that's not happiness, I don't know what happiness is. It's one thing I didn't mention to Russell, and I kind of thought of it afterwards. Russell's known for having these model types, and I know damn well if Russell was a bus driver, these types of women would have zero interest in him.
Yes.
I mean, if you have a 60-year-old McDonald's employee and he tries to holler, it didn't matter if he had the same whips and the same charisma or whatever.
I totally agree with you 100%. Totally agree with you 100%. And he know that shit too.
You had mentioned a while back that most men should aspire to be Stedman, Oprah's boyfriend.
Oh, that's a gangster. Oh, yes, sir. The reason why I say that, and I think that's the reason why I brought that up, because of Kanye West as well. What men are not strong about is that they have a woman making more money, they can't be quiet. They find a way to sabotage the female, or they go out and cheat. It happened to the young lady who Oprah used to manage with the TV show, The Cook Show. Rachel Ray, her man, cheated on her. And it's numerous successful women in the world that men have cheated on her. To this day, and you quote me if I'm wrong, Stedman has been with Oprah 100 years, and you have not heard one thing in social media about that man. Not one thing. In the world that we live in today, that you can find a toothpick in the hay because of what's going on in our society, Stedman is a man that we should honor and take our hat off to and admire him, because he has been, from what we've seen, we don't know behind the scenes, from what we see on the surface, phenomenal dude.
Yeah, I mean, they never got married. That really would have been the MVP.
Yeah, but it doesn't matter in today's world. With TMZ and all that, Stedman's out with Kim Kardashian in a go-go bar in downtown Manhattan. It's that type of shit I'm talking about. You have never heard nothing about that man.
But are you familiar with Cat Williams?
Yes, Cat. I know Cat very well.
Like, I've interviewed him a few times.
Yes. Nice
guy, very personable.
Yes.
Why do you think he goes off the deep end so many times?
What's my opinion? I've always said if I had to bring up a conversation about Cat, this would be my answer, and I'm going to share it with you too. That's a grown fucking man, and I wish him the best. That's going to be the answer I'm going to say about Cat. Because again, it goes back to knowing that you're privileged, that you're gifted, and you're on the edge of dying and throwing it away. And to see people work so hard in that business, to want to be like him, to want to achieve what he's achieving, and you can have the money, but if you don't have the mindset, it can destroy you. And I just pray that that gentleman lives a happy life and that he finds internal happiness. That's what I wish for him.
I mean, phenomenal comedian.
Phenomenal comedian. Like the Chris Brown, if we don't take the time to tell these people we love them, when they dead, all we could say is, oh man, that's sad. I truly loved him. We'll have a Cat Williams t-shirt parading around. Everybody will put the flowers up on Instagram and social media and show all the pictures of what everything is always done. I don't want to see him like that. So that's like I'm always say, I wish him the best because he's a grown man.
I mean, you've been around him though, right?
Yes, I have.
Have you seen any of these wild out type of occurrences?
No, because like again, I hang with people and I go my own way. I'm glad that I'm that kind of man. I don't want to come to your house. I don't want you to come to my house. When I see you, I see you. We're going to talk, we have a great conversation, and then I'm gone.
What do you think about the whole situation?
Man, my point of view, man, I really feel like they tried to paint a bad picture on my brother and try to make him look like he was a hater. It was some envy, jealousy type shit, you know what I'm saying? And actuality, you know what I'm saying? Bro been having this shit, man. He been in the condo.
I got my hat on and I had my Coke bottles up under my hat. And I'm sitting at the dinner table like an asshole with the hat on, knowing she gonna tell me to take it off. And I'm just sitting there just gulping down, you know, in my zone. She said, take that goddamn hat off at the dinner table. I'm like, come on, Mom. Coke everywhere.